4 and the 4S, and even in recent years we've had the iPhone 10 and the 10s. However, a lot of us are wondering for this year, will we get an iPhone 12s or the iPhone 13 name in 2021? Well, we've had another leak that looks like it's pointing towards a certain direction, and I want to share all the details about this report along with the latest on the iPhone 13 release date and price, with a summary of everything we know so far. Hi, it's Matt here. So welcome if you are new here, and welcome back if you follow my videos already. For everyone new, this video will be giving you the latest leaks or reports first, followed by the release date, and then a summary of the iPhone 13 models with the prices. Also, as there's reports coming in now for both the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro models, these leaks are split into two videos now. So moving on, it's now July and it's been a month since WWDC. We now have public betas for all of Apple's new OSs, including iOS 15. iOS 15 is giving iPhone users new FaceTime features and iMessage changes, to name a few. However, we're expecting a few more software tweaks for the iPhone 12s or the iPhone 13, and for them to be married up with the new hardware put inside. So one big question is about the name for the 2021 iPhone models. Will it be the iPhone 12s or will it be the iPhone 13? So a recent report has come in from EDN, or the Economic Daily News, who has shared a leak from a supplier chain that is saying the new iPhone 2021 model will now be called the iPhone 13. Now a lot of us are thinking this can't be true and Apple would not use the number due to superstition. However, we have to remember Apple have used the number 13 many times before in other hardware and software. For example, iOS 13 2 years ago, or the iPhone 11 models and the iPhone SE 2nd Gen are sporting an A13 chipset inside. The iPhone 12 and the mini HomePod event happened on October 13th last year, and they also call the smaller Pro MacBook the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So in my opinion, I don't think Apple would be afraid to use the 13 name. I think in my opinion it's more if Apple would choose to use the 12s or 13 name this year. If we went back 5 years ago or so, I would say that this year it was going to be called the 12s, as for example a string of names like the 4 to 4S and the 5 and 5S and the 6 and the 6S, but after that we had the 7 but no 7S. We went straight to 8 and even the iPhone 10. However, there was the iPhone 10s and that showed up again, but then we had the iPhone 11 but there was no 11s. Now a lot of you are probably going to say because of the iPhone 12 and it had a brand new design, this is why we didn't actually get an 11s. Well, could technically be true. However, the iPhone 7 over the 6s isn't a big design change, and neither was the 8 over the 7, let's be honest. So you can see it's very confusing time from Apple right now to know if it's going to be a 12s or a 13 this year. Another leak from John Prosser recently said the next iPhone is now going to be called the iPhone 12s and not the 13 as well. But right now, to me and my own opinion, I think this name is still up for debate. But I would make an observation that so far more leaks and reports are referring to the 2021 iPhone as the iPhone 13. So for right now at this moment, and in this video and my other future videos, I'm sticking to the iPhone 13 name until we get more leaks or reports that say otherwise. This also leads me on nicely to say that all reports and leaks that are coming through are not 100% proof that they will come true for the new iPhone. I can only present to you what I've been told and shown. However, if you're watching this video, then you are as curious as I am in knowing what is going to be said about the next iPhone anyway. So let's do the release date next. So last year, due to the pandemic, it was really the only year we haven't seen a flagship iPhone released in September in the last 5 years or so. However, with leaks flying around that Apple has started production on the new iPhone earlier this year, it is likely we'll get a September release. In fact, many reports are already showing that this is going to be the case in 2021, with an expected September or early October launch for all the iPhone 13 models. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives believes that the iPhone 13 range will be announced during the 3rd week of September time. That would be a little later than usual, since Apple tends to launch iPhones in the 1st week or 2nd week of that month, but this information does suggest that we may be seeing the iPhone 13 release date as September 24th. I should point out this is a fairly good guess, and it's based on taking Ive's prediction at face value. Apple typically holds its iPhone launch event on a Tuesday, with pre-orders then starting on that same week on the Friday. Then after this, the first wave of iPhones typically arrive in customer hands the following Friday after that. So this means if Ives is correct, we could be seeing the iPhone 13 launch on September 14th, then pre-orders opening on September 17th, and then the release of the iPhone 13 on September 24th. However, at the end of this year, we will also see other Apple events for other Apple products like MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch and AirPods and loads more. And if you want the latest information about these products, do check out my other videos on this channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get the latest info about them. So next, let's talk about the iPhone 13 model prices, and the best way to do this is give you a summary of what we know so far for the iPhone 13 and 13 mini models. So I just wanted to say these summary pages, what I'm about to show you, are going to be updated continuously whenever we get new leaks coming in for the iPhone 13 mini and also the iPhone 13. Any new leaks that come in will kind of mix up with kind of other leaks that we've heard. That information will also be shared here. So like I said, any kind of changes, they will be reflected in upcoming videos in the future. So let's begin then with the iPhone 13 model. So first of all, we're going to be getting a 5.4 inch LTPO OLED display, and this is very similar to the iPhone 12 display. It has a resolution of 2340 by 1080. According to most leaks that we have discussed about, it is looking likely that the iPhone 13 mini will still have a 60Hz refresh rate display. This means it will not be getting the Pro Motion display, what is a 120Hz display, what basically means the screen refreshes itself 120 times per second, like we should be getting on the iPhone 13 Pro and the Pro Max display. The mini will not be getting this. But for storage wise, we're going to get a bump up at last. The actual minimum storage this time is going to be starting at 128GB, then 256GB and 512GB. This is according again to latest leaks, but this could change again, but at the moment this is how it stands. We're also going to be getting that brand new A15 Bionic chipset inside it, and again these new leaks that we've been having have been showing what the power is going to be behind that actual chipset, and also that production has also started on them. We're also going to be getting 5G connectivity all over again, and this will be the same Qualcomm kind of modem that was borrowed inside the iPhone 12 is going to be put inside the iPhone 13 mini, so not too much is changing there. The RAM amount is 4GB of RAM, and again this is the same amount that we had inside the iPhone 12 mini. The body is going to be made out of an aluminium body, however this body is looking likely to be slightly thicker according to some latest new leaks to accommodate a bigger battery, what I'll talk about in a second. On the rear we're going to be getting a dual camera setup again, and as you've seen in the latest leaks we've got some components on the go, and a lot of those components are changing for the actual iPhone rear camera setup. Then for battery size we do have a bump up according to the latest leaks, and this is 2407 milliamps. And then finally for the price wise, the 128GB model is going to be starting at $699 US, the 256GB model is going to start at $749, and then the 512GB at $849 US. So let's move on to the iPhone 13 next, and to be deadly honest, a lot of the bits and pieces what are in the iPhone 13 mini are identical to what's going to be put inside the iPhone 13 normal, but one of the biggest main changes has got to be the screen size. So with the iPhone 13 we're going to be getting a 6.1 inch LTPO OLED display, what again is very similar to what was put inside the iPhone 12 normal. Its resolution is 2532 by 1170, and again we'll be getting a 60Hz display, no Pro Motion or 120Hz display like we'll be getting inside the iPhone 13 Pro and the Pro Max. So basically the screen will refresh at about 60 times per second. Again for storage we're getting that bump up from 64 to 128GB as the starter according to many new leaks here, and basically we'll be getting a 256GB and a 512GB option as well. We'll also be getting that A15 Bionic inside it, what again comes with all the new bells and whistles, and of course being more efficient than ever. We're also getting that Qualcomm 5G modem put inside it, what's identical to the one what's put inside the iPhone 12 normal. We're also getting 4GB of RAM, just like we had with the iPhone 12 again. And then just like the iPhone 13 mini, we're going to be getting an aluminium body, and it's going to be slightly thicker to accommodate the slightly bigger batteries what we've seen in some of the latest leaks. We're also getting that dual camera setup, and again that dual camera setup is going to have some big changes that we've seen in recent leaks so far. And then finally, the battery size is going to be a 3095 mAh battery, and that is definitely bigger than the one that was put inside the iPhone 12. For price rise, it's going to be starting at $799 for the 128GB version. Then the 256GB model is going to be $849, and then finally the 512GB model is going to be $949. So, as per usual with this list of features, I'll be keeping it updated as more leaks come on in, all the way up to the iPhone 13 launch. Well, it's time to wrap this up, so don't forget, if you have liked this video, to press the like button, and of course to hear the latest iPhone news, Apple news,